Hello everybody and welcome to another crafting adventure. And today we are going to be looking at the dog bead kit. Yes, this is the penultimate bead kit from this series. And well, I'm going to do it today. So, as with all these bead kits, first thing you should always do is to separate the beads into their individual type and colour. And then cut your string. The first stage in this one does require 90 centimeters, which I have already cut and marked with the red and blue pen. And from here, we need to add our first 3 beads to the center of this string, like so. You can see we have 2 brown and 1 black, the black being the dog's nose. Now, at this point, you should have the blue string on the bottom and the red string on the top. And to hold these 3 beads in place, you need to add a 4th bead where you cross the 2 strings through it. Try to make sure that you can get this bead here in the middle of the string as possible, as this will be your center bead or first bead, however you want to refer to it. Now from here we need to add 1 more brown bead to both the red and the blue strings, and then cross them again through a large black circular bead for the first eye. From this point you want to add the pink circular bead to the bottom and a brown regular bead to the top. Cross them again through another brown one. From here, repeat this, add one, cross them 7 more times using only brown beads. At this point, the blue should be on the bottom and the red should be on the top, to which we will add the pink bead to the bottom, brown bead to the top, and cross them through another one of the large black beads here to create the second eye. Finally, add 1 more brown bead to the red string on the bottom and bring it up through the initial bead or the center bead here to create a ring. And then add 1 more brown bead to the blue and cross the red through it so both strings are coming through the top. Hopefully, at this point, the red should be on the right and the blue on the left. And to start the second layer of the head, all you need to do is add 2 brown beads to the red string, cross the blue through the second bead you added, and bring the red down through this center bead here. And if everything's gone well, it should look something like this. Now, from here we just need to finish the ring all the way around, simply using only brown beads, making this nice and easy. And each time the blue is on the top, you add 2 brown beads and cross the red through the second one. And every time the red is on the top, you add just the 1 bead and cross through that one. And any string that's coming down simply goes through the top bead from the previous layer. And hopefully it should come all the way around to here and reduce the size of the hole. Once the second ring has gone all the way around, you'll come to the point where it has reached the very beginning again. And all you need to do is take the red string on the bottom up through this bead here, add a bead on the blue and cross them. Once you finish that, you should have both strings coming up like this out of that final bead, with the red on the right and the blue on the left. Now from here it's much the same as the previous line. Start by adding 2 brown beads to the red, cross the blue through the second one and bring the red one down through this bead here. From here it's just a case of going all the way around as before, adding 2 beads to the blue, 1 bead to the red, and crossing them through the final one each time. And hopefully you should come all the way around to here. Then just take the red up through the first bead on the row, add a bead to the blue and cross them again. Now finally, just to seal the hole here, the red string on the right should come through this bead and the blue string on the left. First add the small, here it is, star piece, then take it through this bead here and then tie the 2 strings, well, in front of these 2, like so. You can see the knot here is between these 2 beads here, and the star has been placed on where the little pieces, bits and pieces will be added later. And that is how you do the top of the head. Now this is one of the strange kits because From here we need to cut this because we don't need that anymore, and stage 2 is to actually make the bottom of the head, whereas all the other ones you do the ears. So to begin stage 2, first we need a new 60cm piece of string. So for the moment I'm going to keep these strings long because the ears look complicated, but next we need to do this piece. And to begin, first we need to take this bead here between the eye and the nose, and we're going to thread 60cm through here with the blue on the left and the red on the right. Make sure you've got this in the middle as much as possible, and from here we just need to put one brown bead on the red, one white bead on the blue, and then cross the red through the white bead on the blue one. Once they've both gone through the white bead, you can see the red string here has been threaded through the nose. Next on the blue we're going to put a pink circular bead and another white bead, and then cross the red through the white one. And once it's gone down through the white, it should go through the bottom bead here to hold it in place. Next we're going to put one brown on the red, cross it with the blue, bring the red through the pink one here, add two brown ones to the blue, and cross the red through the second one, like so. And as you can see, I've also threaded the blue coming down through the bottom one again. Next we're going to thread one more brown on the red, cross it, bring the red through the bottom, and then with the blue we're going to add one blue bead and one brown bead and cross them through the second one. And that should give you one blue bead like that. Then you just need to do that twice more, one on the red, two on the blue, first one being a blue bead, and again to create the back of the collar. And from here you can see we've almost gone full circle. We just need to add one more to the red, cross it, one more to the blue, and then thread it round through this one like we did before to have the two strings coming out the top, like so. You can see how the red has gone down through the pink one, up through the first bead added, and then crossed through the blue. Now before we close this hole, it's very important that next we add the stuffing, and we want to add enough to make sure it stays in a circular shape, but not too much that it's coming through the sides. So as I said before, break the piece in half that it comes with and gradually add small pieces until you are satisfied. Okay, so that should be enough of that. And then from here, all you need to do is two more lines of beads to close the hole. The only thing to take care of here is the next line. We need to use 3 blue beads in very specific places. The first one goes on the red one here on the right. To start with, we're just going to add a blue and a brown on the red one and cross the blue through the brown one. After that, I've brought the red down through the pink one in the front, and we're going to add a blue and another brown one onto the blue string and cross the red through the second brown one. And I've brought the blue one down through the bottom bead here. Next we're going to add one blue bead to the red and cross the blue through that one. And finally in the back we're just going to do 3 more using only brown beads. And always remember, if the blue is on top, add 2, and if the red is on top, only add 1. And once you've gone all the way around, at this stage bring the red string here up through the first blue one and cross it through the single bead added on this blue string, and it should create this 4 pattern on the bottom here. From here we're going to take the red on the left down through the brown bead here, and the blue we're going to add the small bell and then take it through the blue bead here and tie them by here. Once it's tied nicely and you're happy it's all secure, you can turn it around and well, you can either cut the fluff that's sticking out short, or just leave it as it is and it will fall out by itself. But in essence, that is how you make the head of the dog. Obviously we don't have any ears yet, and they will be done in part 2 along with the body. So part 2 will probably be quite short this time. But there you go. That's how you do the first part of the dog. Thank you for watching, and please tune in for part 2. It will be up soon.